Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make affirmations actually work and a powerful process for doing so. So affirmations are something that is very powerful when it comes to influencing the subconscious mind. On the other hand, a lot of times there's a missing key that many people miss on, and therefore, because this missing key isn't there, it doesn't actually have the effect it could have. Now understand first off that our subconscious mind runs over 90% of what we experience in our life. That based upon the beliefs we have about who we are, our self-image that we have, that is something that is what is called a cybernetic mechanism, where it means it just continues to perpetuate itself at that level. And when we come to understand that repetition is something that influences that, that's where a lot of the power is. But the key, and the missing key that so many people miss out on, is that the language of the subconscious mind speaks in feeling. So if when you say certain affirmations, it evokes a certain feeling within you, then that is a good thing. However, the power that I want to share with you in this video is understanding that not everybody is auditory, meaning that the submodality that they use, and a submodality is just a way that somebody processes or thinks about information. Not everyone's strong point is hearing or just proclaiming an affirmation. Now, to take this to the next level, what you can do is become more aware of what your submodality is. Now, I happen to be somebody that is more of a hearing, so I'm able to do something like affirmations. But if you can pay attention to, if you more of a visual person, maybe you see things more vividly, maybe you are more visceral with the feeling, so it's like you don't necessarily hear it in your head, or you don't necessarily see it as much as you can just feel that in a form of a emotion. What you can begin to do is become aware of what your submodality is, and maybe it's sometimes and one another time, but become aware of what your dominant one is. So you could say that you are more visual. So even though you're thinking, I am abundant, but you can't tap into the feeling of it, that could be because your submodality isn't necessarily just hearing and mentally thinking of what that is. So how can you transform this and bring it to a much deeper level? Well, what you can do is, as you say that affirmation, close your eyes and visualize that being you now in the present moment, and visualize an activity that would affirm that. Think of affirmations as something that affirms something to be true about yourself, but that affirmation doesn't have to be mental words. It doesn't have to be something you hear in your own mind. It could be something much deeper than that, of actually being able to invoke the feeling based upon the submodality that you use. So a powerful way to go about this is to still use the words if that works for you. Just start to experiment and find out how you can get more to the feeling, and whatever invokes that feeling, that is what works for you. The subconscious mind is also something that's influenced more at certain parts of the day. So a window of opportunity for us to really use affirmations or this visualization that affirms the reality you want is right when you wake up in the morning, as I talk about a lot of my channel. The first 20-30 minutes of the day, to visualize and think those affirmations and to feel into it, because the first 20 minutes of the day, you are moving from a deep level sleep of theta to delta, delta to theta to alpha to beta state. Beta alpha is the more alert state. As you move the first 20 minutes of your day into those states, that is the buffer that you have over your subconscious mind. So tailor and prime yourself with those affirmations, with those feelings that affirm the reality you prefer. Know that that is simply who you are now, and then go about your day with bringing and focused on the feeling. Now, the other time of day that's very powerful to use this is at the end of the day as you're going to bed, simply because that's when we drift off into those deeper levels of brainwave activity. So know that there are some times that are more powerful than others, and know also that this is more of something that is tailored to you. Find your submodality, choose to tap into it, experiment and find what really works for you. Remember, it's not so much about what you say, but it's the feeling that what you say evokes, and then it makes it easier as you go. Another quick tip is to put everything you do in the present tense. So if you are visualizing yourself doing something, if you are thinking of it, it's not I will do something, it's I am doing whatever that is. Then have the visualization as if you are doing it right now. See through your own eyes. Don't necessarily see it in a movie. See through your own eyes and feel into the visceral feelings of what that is. So those are my tips. Those are what I use in my life. I found that mixing affirmations and actually saying it, but also invoking it into a visualization in the present tense has been very powerful over influencing my subconscious mind. Doing it right in the morning when I wake up, right before I get to bed, has had very powerful effects, and I hope you have a similar experience. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, see you guys in the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. Alright, bye.